Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Janssen, Chief Research Officer for Everest Group, and today I'm here with CJ, our partner of our IT services practice.
Hi, everybody. This is CJ. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
So CJ and I and Chunky, our SME in this space, recently did a webinar on not necessarily the biggest companies of our space, but those that are most focused and bring some very unique value propositions, what we refer to as the IT specialist. CJ, in a couple sentences, why are these important?
Yeah, thanks, Michael. So increasingly, we see the need for some very tailored asks that enterprises have, and these could be around specific technology stacks. These could be functional or methodological requirements like Agile or DevOps. It could also be very deeply rooted in industry-specific context, for example, banking-specific regulatory requirements. And what we see is that specialists are a very rich ecosystem in today's market, and they are often able to bring some unique innovation or talent or IP attached to the specific requirement that an enterprise might have for a particular technology function or industry subsegment. So we find this space pretty rich and exciting, and something that's that enterprises need to keep in mind.
All right, so a lot of names on there that may not be familiar to everybody, and I agree that there's a lot of things to be explored there. But one of the things that we also talked about in the webinar is some of the challenges and risks that are associated with this specific set of service providers to your organization.
Absolutely. Specialists are, at the end of the day, specialists, and by definition, they often tend to be small. So they are very good in certain specific areas, but oftentimes when the ask is broad, specialists are not the best option. They often may not have the best set of partnerships across a very broad technology ecosystem. Many of them are also getting acquired surprisingly fast, and there's a very active M&A scene in the industry today, and that creates some element of sourcing risk. Last but not the least, they often can get integrated as part of the vendor consolidation exercise. And net, what I would say for enterprises is that understand what's the unique value that specialists bring to the table within your context, and use them accordingly.
Yeah, and I think one of our core messages in the webinar was actually to integrate these or work with your existing ecosystem of service providers to amplify what they can bring to the table that's truly unique.
Yes, and often what we see is that the injection of a specialist into the portfolio leads to acceleration in a transformation program, or they are able to eliminate certain bottlenecks that might come up within the context of a larger program. So specialists can be very helpful, but one needs to really do proper due diligence and identify the right specialist, and also understand that the requirements need to be properly mapped out.
Okay, very good. I'd invite those that are watching this video to click the link to see the full webinar on the on-demand version. And if there's any questions, please reach out to myself or CJ, and we'd be happy to review what we know about these unique organizations. And thank you for your time, CJ. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael.